Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Dan. And that's Ziggy Marley.
Yo.
Woo! Respect.
Oh, respect to you.
Yo, man.
Thanks for taking the time and hanging out with us today.
You get inspired to say something or do something or be something. You are inspired to do this. You communicate with a lot of people. My way is music. And, we put forth the ideas and some messages and things. You having me here is a big deal too, for me. And just forget my message out to your audience. I mean, we're all working together for the same goal, for make humanity better,
It's true.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to say something. There is like a very distinct difference to something that you just said. One, you see music as a communication style. And two, my question to you is, how much of music is your personal story compared to observations and a desire for a better existence? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 90% is personal, 10% is observational.
Really?
Because what happens to the world happens to me. That's how I'm connected to everything, to everyone, to the whole human race, to the planet Earth. What happened to my brothers and sisters far away is happening. I can feel their pain. I can feel that. So it's personal. You understand me?
Empathy.
Yeah, it's personal to me.
By the way, this album, Brightside, is I feel it.
Yeah.
And there is something to lyrics that do not like beat around the bush, but are very direct and blunt in a beautifully positive and uplifting way. Like, get to the point. Tell me how to feel. And you do that.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Is this actually written from, I mean, I don't want to say every song is positive because it's not, right?
Yeah.
Not every song is representative of a bright side, correct?
No, but every song have a bright side.
There's a silver lining.
Why did you title the album Brightside?
Because I needed a bright side. Like, we need a bright side. Like, I needed one, and everybody need a bright side. Everybody needs to know there's a bright side. Because all we know is the other side. We need to know there's two sides to a story, bro. You have this side that we've been seeing so much of, but there's also the bright side. So I feel like it's something that I needed, and it was so appropriate to what I was feeling and going through while I was writing these songs and making this record, because I had to reaffirm to myself that there is a bright side.
So, okay, is that where you're writing this whole thing from? Is like reminding yourself that there's hope?
Yeah.
That there's like a light at the end of this
There
tunnel?
is, but not, is that, like, I know. It's like, I really know that. I know it's true. I really know it's true. So I stopped saying I believe it, because I know it. Like, I just know. The tables always turn. The tables are turning, and they will always turn. So, yeah, man. Whichever way it has to happen, it's going to happen,
What is your process, and how does it begin?
To tell the truth, it begins sometime in the shower. I don't know why I get ideas in the shower. I don't know why, like, when I'm in the shower, I like the water, and I start thinking, and then stuff just start, like I had an idea today for this movie. That I was like, I'm in the shower thinking of a movie idea, like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. But no, it really is, I think it starts when I'm in my alone time. Whether it's in the shower, whether it's never with a crowd of people, or it's not always, I think that's the one thing I can say is the underlying thing. Because everything else can vary, like how it come, but the thing is alone. Me alone, yeah. And then, as we said, sometimes the experiences start an idea or a conversation within myself, and then that conversation become a song, Or sometimes, like, some stuff just come to me. Somebody asked me a question and I answer them, and the answer became a song. This is a song. Love is my religion. One of my songs. That's how that song. Somebody asked me, "What religion are you?" And I just said, "Love is my religion," and then that just started a whole thing going. So it comes in different way, but most of the time it's the when I really get deep into it, I'm alone, and yeah, I'm a loner. I'm a loner. I like to be alone. I don't have I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people around me. I'm a loner.
Is that different to how you grew up? Because you had so many siblings.
Yeah. No, we had so many siblings and grew up in such a communal way too. But I've never been a crowd, like, go with the crowd type of I don't know. I have my own, like, I have my own world, you know? I have my own world.
When I get it. Like, I totally understand it. Like, nobody's like a better friend than yourself. And like, nobody understands me better than me. It's this crazy, weird thing. But when does that start to, like, when does that begin? Do you remember how old you were?
From a kid, no, my imagination from a kid. You know, from a kid growing up, I was like this. I was born, my mother think I'm special, you know? I don't know. No, she really thinks I'm like special.
Really?
Because I was born at home. I was like, they couldn't go to the hospital. So I was her only child who was born. And my navel string is buried in the earth where I'm from, and it's like a whole thing.
Interesting.
It's a whole story in my birth, you know?
Real.
But no, from a young though, it's like my imagination was crazy. I like planes, I like flying. And there was a stool, I would take a stool and I would sit in the stool and I would imagine I was flying in a plane and I would turn on the fan. And I would use the fan as the engine. And so I kind of always have create my own world, you know, from I was a young youth. And, you know, growing up as a teenager too, I don't know, I never really, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
There's a story that you're 7 years old and you witnessed something historic, right? You went to the recording studio with your dad, and that's all true, correct?
Yeah, man. I mean, the whole recording studio, what I saw my father do was he was trying to create a business. That's what he was doing. He was trying to create his own recording company, and we would recording plant. And he eventually did, but he had all these little shops before, little spaces that he would go to, and you know, he would take us with him. The funny thing with, like, I was a young kid, but I was always around these guys, him and his friends. Like, I see pictures of me now, stuff I don't even remember. Like, a bunch of them sitting down, and I'm right in the middle there, sitting down with them. So he would always, like, I guess he's a father son, you know,
Totally.
and I'm the first son. So I don't know if that's what it was, but I was always around whatever he was doing.
And learning.
Yeah, and learning. That's how we learn. By being around, not by like, hey, do this, do that, do that. We learn by observing. I think that's how animals learn too, though, from their parents. They see the lion hunt, and you think the lion is saying anything to the cub? Like, hey, do this, do that, do this. I think they're showing.
Totally.
Right? Isn't that how it works? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that's how we work too, you know?
What was it like watching the Wailers and your dad in the studio? Like, is there anything you remember from back then that you still kind of use?
Yeah, everything. The discipline, the hard work, the vibes. That's all what we're searching for, is that vibe that I remember, that feeling. I'm searching for that feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I want it. Yeah, you know? So kind of this record kind of give me that feeling, you know? It give me a feeling that I really like. So I really remember the feeling, you know?
Can I ask and maybe you can see it as like a super corny question, but like you can like really call me out for it.
Go on now.
But like, do you ever feel like your dad is giving you ideas?
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's
Real, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, there is a vessel, the universe, like he is one with the universe. He is still around all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and no, all right, on the record we have the song called Mourn for Bob. So that, yeah, it's a song about my father, but it's weird because I feel kind of strange telling people this kind of things. I mean, it's really strange. To some people, it might be so strange, you know. But I do my demos. As I say, when I create the songs, I create them alone. I'm in my studio doing my demos, putting on ideas. But this song, when I was doing Many Mourn for Bob, I felt something, and a thought came into my head that, like, this could be, it's like he's singing it too. It's like I'm not just singing about him, but I feel like this could have been his song. Like, it's a part of him saying something is in it. That's not just me singing about him, but also him saying something. And I think somebody came up, like, mentioned, oh, you were channeling or whatever, but I don't know what it was. But there was something there, you know? Like what you're saying, it's true. It's true.
If like things come to you from the universe or ideas are plopped in, like,
Yeah.
and that is like something that we hear so often from some of the most prolific artists of our time.
It's true.
It's like, What? Dude.
It's true, and I don't usually talk about it because I don't know. But it's true. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Well, you said part of many Mourn for Bob is like kind of his song, kind of your song. What does it mean to you, like not only to write it but also release a song like that?
Well, it's the first time I'm doing a song like that about my father.
Kind of a tribute to
Yeah,
him,
like it's the
honoring him.
first time I'm doing that. And I was talking the other day and I was saying like I don't know why now I'm doing that song, but someone said, maybe like mature enough or spiritually mature, or the relationship with me and him now is on a level where I am able to speak that way, or to have that connection with him in that way. Because that song is a very human song. It's not, because in the intro it says if they kill me, and then that song is a very human. It's not like the legend, like he's a legend, Bob Marley is such a no, he's a real personal human looking at my father on a different level, and that level that great, but him suffered and there was emotional trauma there too. You know what I'm saying? So on that level as a human being, how him got through, that empathy thing,
Yeah.
I'm feeling it for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm feeling it for him because his story, where everybody know the big story, but the other stories are what him got through. A lot of people don't know or recognize,
What don't we recognize? What did we miss?
I don't know, kryptonite, I don't know. Superman have kryptonite.
Of
Well,
course.
it's like, no man, just like real friends, I don't think he had real friends. But not, there's a lot of people around, but not real. You know what I say?
Are you kidding? That's something that plagues pop stars still today.
Yes,
Some of the greatest artists are surrounded by hollow yes men.
Yes.
Who really are malicious in intent, but are they are sheep's. They're like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, because as I say, we see our father's a strong man, as a, he's a lion, but that there is that tendency to misjudge people, or not have the awareness of motivation, or just so like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, be my friend, hang out. You assume the best.
Yeah, you understand me. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. And but he sings about it too, though. He sings about it. He talks about it in a couple of his songs. Yeah.
Because you only realize that people are shit through trial and error.
Yeah.
You have to give somebody
Over time. Yeah.
You have to give people a little bit to see what they do with it.
True.
Sad though.
Yeah, man. No, that's what I'm saying. That's a sad.
Well,
part
because
there.
he also didn't. Well, he didn't have the time to figure it out and have fleshed out real friendships. Because hopefully, at the end of that, right, is once you know and you realize, is you actually get genuine friends.
True. But then even that too is like, who was around him who was say, hey, you got, let's go. You understand me?
Totally.
Instead of, well, okay, yeah, whatever you want, keep going. Don't deal with your thing or don't do your thing, So as a child of his and a human being, to feel sorry that him couldn't get a chance to take care of him. Instead he was making money for the, for himself, for us and the record label, and just like, instead of caring more about his own wellness in that way, or if people around him, I can say, come on, Bob, we gotta stop this. Let's go deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
But his
So
music,
stuff like that.
his music is rooted so much, just like your music is in the well-being of others.
Yeah.
Right? In the well-being of the world, and spreading a message that hopefully resonates to a point where people actually act different when they walk out of their house in the morning.
Yeah, and he said that too. Because after they tried to kill him, and my mother, because my mother got shot in her head. And he got shot here. After them kill him, he was like, yeah. He said, my life isn't for me. I don't care about my life. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Like, my life is for people. If my life is just for me, myself, I don't want it. That's what he said. It's on that song too. That's what he said. Like, so he kind of like, was like,
Is that not so incredibly selfless?
yeah, like that's what, let's go, whatever this, I'm doing this for something else, So yeah.
But it also lives through you and your music still. That same mission, no? The ethos, the purpose, the morality.
Yeah, in some way I feel like, he's my father, I'm his son, we have children, but at some stage I feel like me and him went to the same school. Like we had some of the same teachers.
Mm-hmm.
real.
You know what I mean? Like it's
100%.
there's a connectivity.
He is,
You know, there's a connectivity where, yeah,
his mission never really ceased. It just
right.
kept going through you.
But so it come to that. That is not his mission. That isn't my mission. But it's a higher mission.
And that.
That's his real what, and he would say the same thing. Yes, it's a really higher mission. We are just parts of that purpose. And you know, sometimes people ask me. Somebody asked me the other day, somebody if I feel sometimes I compete with my father or whatever. You know, them ask about the under the shadow or whatever, the usual thing. And you know.
By the way, what a stupid question. No offense. Like, sorry.
No, but hold on. No. But I understand the question, of course, because I think people not naturally think that, you know, because you are the son and in the same occupation as a father who's so great and so legendary, that at some point in time you have a little pressure or whatever. But what I told the guy was no competition, no nothing, because as I said just now, we're coming from the same school. We're a part of the same body. The body has a heart, it has a brain. The heart is not trying to be the brain. That's the heart's job. It's not trying to be the nose. It's not trying to be the eyes. Everything have a job, and I'm just doing my part in this body. You know, whichever part it is. You know, so the eye is not competing with the tongue.
No, you're one.
No, you understand what I say? Yeah.
Totally. That's like,
So,
God, art is amazing.
yeah, man. No,
Art's a beautiful thing when it's like really, it's like when it flows through people who are like born and destined to behold a larger message.
you know, it teach me so much. It teach me, and I keep learning one lesson over: patience. Every time I do a record, I learn that lesson again and again. Patience.
How is it patience tested this time around?
Just writing songs and like, you know, trying for, cause sometimes it stops. Sometimes there's no inspiration. Sometimes like the flow stop. And you're like, but I think I've learned now, and maybe that's why this record is the way it is for me. I've learned to give up, because I usually kind of worry about that if shit will stop, if all of a sudden I won't have that magic, you know. But it always come back.
Yeah, but you can't force it, right? So giving up and taking space.
Yeah, but my human instinct is like, you know, it's still like, and then you try. So yeah, I mean, there's some intellectual thing writing goes on, but it's very, very minimal. Most of the shit is inspired.
Totally.
You know?
Dude, the universe isn't always it's like, the tap isn't always flowing.
Yeah, no.
Can you kind of teach me a little bit about sound here? Because I really didn't understand that sound could genuinely, the hertz at which it is, the frequency sit could be healing.
Yeah, well.
Because usually things are, this album is recorded in 432 hertz, but the standard is 440.
Yeah. So that's my journey. I'm a student. So I've been studying music on my own level for a long time. I'm like a sponge. That's like I learn, and I guess that's how I grew up, learning from just like observing. I'm looking at what you guys have, what you guys are doing, and I'm learning. That's how I learn. So throughout the years, I've been learning stuff from different people I've worked with and different experiences. And I've been also searching, man. You know, I have these books. I read a lot. And I'm always these kind of, what you call them, kind of, whatever, philosophical thing. And once, there was one book that I read that said, you know, was about music. And it said something like, music it can reach such a level that it speaks to angels or some shit like that. It said something like,
real.
And I'm like, yo, I want to find, that's what I want to find.
Yeah.
That is what I want to find. And I've been searching for that, searching for that level of music.
Well, there's like people who have that tone of voice. There's like the kids in a choir in London that can sing at such a high pitch that it is like the frequency of the angels or something like that.
Yeah. So that's on my thing. That's where I'm like, so the 432 frequency during my research and, you know, Googling or whatever, you know, I'm gonna look it up. It said, 432. It said what it said. It's healing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, honestly, I'm rebellious by nature. I'm a rebellious person. And I hate that because, not that I hate it, but sometimes I have to catch myself. You know, like a couple of days ago, I went to a thing with my kid, you know, and they didn't want me to bring my water bottle.
So you brought a water bottle.
No, but I did have it. I know, like, but I was like, I started kind of like, you know, like pushing back, but I like, sure. I'm rebellious by nature.
I get it,
against
man.
authority
Fight
like
the
that.
man.
Like people tell me what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. So, but sometimes I gotta catch myself. It's all right. It's not that big deal, man. Come on. But anyway, so the 432 thing, like going against the norm, I love that. And so I tried it out during practice, and I've been trying it out while I'm on tour, and I really like how it feels, and I really feel like the audience, from my experience with my audience, I feel different. There's something different. And so I just say I'm going with that, and everybody had to tune the 432 and we'll make the record, and everybody, yeah. It's a different feeling.
It feels different.
It feels different to me personally. So, and always it's just good to do something new. Like it reignite the creativity. It give you different ideas.
Totally.
It's different frequency might give me, I feel something different, or sing a different way, or sound a different way. So as an artist, I don't want to get bored. I don't like just recreating or copying, you know. So this is a part of that. This is like a new toy. You know, like I got this new toy and I'm very excited about it, you know.
You got to listen to the album, Brightside. It's waiting for you. It's on Amazon Music. There's a link below. Can we talk real quick about, total sidebar. We'll get back to music after this.
Man.
What is it like creating a Ben and Jerry's flavor?
The Ben and Jerry.
I'm a huge Ben and Jerry's fan.
Yeah.
And I don't want to brag about it, but I did go to your show at the Roxy when they
Oh, yeah.
unveiled the Ben and Jerry's flavor,
Yeah.
which is, it's One World, right?
I thought it was. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I mean, One
I don't
Love. I'm
remember.
so sorry.
One Love, yeah.
One Love, and there was fudge peace signs in there.
Right.
Banana ice cream.
They still have that. That stopped. No, them stop running that now.
I think it's stopped now, but
I
mean, I bought it out when it was out and about.
No, we did some tasting for that. We did a few tasting.
They just gave you a bunch of, like, did you go to Burlington, Vermont?
No. Well, I went after, but before they sent us some tasting stuff.
Oh, really?
Taste. I mean,
How many options did you have?
let me see what them are. About five different options them come up with.
Wow.
I'm gonna get some little samples, and yeah, it tastes nice.
How cool is that?
That's so cool.
It is, right?
But the fun thing about things like that, you know, like, is that the message live in the ice cream.
For real.
The thing is like, it says one love or whatever it says. There's an importance to communicating like that too. That's not just through the music. Through, you know, like maybe I do a book, maybe I do a movie, maybe I put thing on an ice cream, but it's all always have the intent of spreading some kind of message. It's never just done like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Oh yeah, that's good, man. Let me just do it. And yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. We always have to have a message in what we do, because that's who we are.
And by the way, like, that ice cream not just had a message, but like it practiced what it preached, right? So money from every pint sale ended up going to fund charity work. I think it was like camps.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, everything that is in the ice cream was sourced, fairly traded. And then I think there was roots back to Jamaica, because there was like a banana ice cream and a bunch of stuff like that. It was banana, graham cracker, and fudge.
Some
peace
fudge,
signs.
I remember.
It's one of my favorite flavors.
But like vanilla, I just like vanilla though.
Really?
Like when I buy ice cream, it's vanilla. I don't mess with that.
Interesting.
I don't like chocolate. My wife likes chocolate. I don't like chocolate. I like vanilla.
See, I like something that gives me substance. I like ice cream with chunk, you know? Give me a nice crunch and a nice swirl.
Yeah.
Dude, One Love came through.
Well, can we start with, you co-produce it with your brother Steven?
Yeah.
What's it like working with your brother?
Steve, yeah, man. No, we are Steve. You know, my little brother. We grew up together, and we've been working together from we were a little bit. Like from we were making music on like a tape deck, and then we had a 4-track. So me and him been jamming from a long time. You know, him younger than me, so he like mentors my other younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like his, you know, him come up with me. So and we did Melody Makers together with my sisters. So me and Steve, like, we were the closest to our father in terms of even being around him and just, experiencing him. So I think we have that connection too. And yeah, just because of how we grew up. Music, and we always do good together with music. And I wanted to just bring him on. Because what happened with this record, I built a new studio. It's called Rebel Lion Studio. And we have this two big backdrops in it that are replicas of my father's backdrops.
Oh, cool.
They used it in the movie, so we took it and asked the studio to give us the backdrops. So it's a nice decorate. It have a vibe in it. It have a essence of our father's spirit in it because of that. And I felt like, this is something new and fresh, and I'm trying 432. Everything is kind of new. And I wanted to, like, share it with my brother. Yo, come let me work on this. Let's share all this new shit we got going on. So that was the key. And we work good together. And, yeah, good ideas, Yeah, man, it's nice.
Hey, beautiful human, this makes me so happy. One of my favorite stores of all time is supporting this episode. It's making this interview possible. Ross, I love you. Hi, Ross. I go all the time. Come on. Spring is officially here. And what symbolizes spring more than a fresh start? Clean out your closet. Bring in new things. From the floral dresses to the sandals to the shorts to the shirts you crave to the designer stuff that your heart desires. Ross has everything waiting for you. And it's all 20 to 60% off other retailers' prices. This is not a drill. At Ross, you save. And I know you want to save. Who doesn't want to save? Personally, I get a thrill when I save. I've also been on this like big home decorating kick, and Ross has really been fueling this fire. They have everything you need. Like my whole patio is Ross. Seriously, all the patio essentials, Ross has it. My pillows, Ross. I go to Ross for literally everything. My no-show socks currently on my feet from Ross. So go. And remember, at Ross, you don't just shop, you work your magic. Find your nearest Ross at rossstores.com. Can we talk about Hey People Now?
Hey People Now.
Funky. I like it.
Dude, the horns are amazing.
Hey People Now. Nika Costa.
You can set yourself free.
Yeah.
How does that start with lyrics, or does it start with just jamming in an instrument?
That song I wrote like when I was, it's a version of a song I did like maybe 30 years ago called Say People. But this one is Hey People Now. No, I like, like you say, the songs can deal with something that is of importance or urgency to the listener, to the people, or to the world, or is something, whatever. There's deep meaning behind it. But what I love, what I discovered about myself and my music, that my music is a positive energy, but I can say metaphorically or say things that is not so up, but more. I can punch, but give like a light, like the music is not. The music is making you happy, but the message is making you like kind of think and kind of like that. So I like that balance with what I found about myself because I'm a happy person, and with this record, that's a lot of the chords I was using. Musicians will understand this. And I was very conscious of my progressions and the chords. And I did say to myself on this record that inspiration is good, but I'm going to use some science also. I'm going to balance the science with the inspiration. Because that's my next step too, because I couldn't just depend on inspiration anymore because I needed some science. And science is a part of the natural world. Like,
well, science is music, right?
Yeah,
Math is music.
Math, right, exactly. So with the chords, I'm like, there's something that I would normally have done in a minor chord, which is kind of more sad. Like if I'm doing something like if I want to sing Revolution, I would do it in a minor because it's more mean. But instead, I would do it now in a major because it's more like Revolution. Is I'm more happy? Is I'm more happier? So I thought about those type of things, for just get that how I want to communicate with the people through the music,
Which is, how would you generalize your communication style? And then how would you...
Happy, hopeful, like positive, with an undertone of seriousness. But always that's The natural stuff is on top. Just that my energies are up full energy.
How is that different than how your dad used to communicate?
Well, I think my father went through more misery than I did. You know what I
just
say?
because of what? Yeah, his life was totally different.
So,
the time was different.
His tonal thing is of that his experience.
Yeah.
More of his experience. My experience is not his experience. So my thing, him but yeah, I think he was more melancholy. I would say, like, in that way. Me a little bit more like happy. I think that's a good way to put it,
Is the hopefulness natural?
Yes, no, me tell you, it's like, even though as I think about it, like, we know good, what is good is going to be over. We know it. This is not a question. We know good is going to be over evil. We know the world is going to be better. We know it's like, we know humanity is more good than bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's hope, but it's hope with the knowledge of it. With the knowledge of it. We know we have knowledge of that man. That it's like no matter what they try, and they're trying very hard right now, goodness is coming for rise over all of that, man. And it sounds cliche-ish, but why does the negativity work? Why does so much bad thing happen in the world? So people have to wake up. We have a responsibility too as individuals, and that's what the music is a part of. Trying to forget that truth to us so that we can wake up. Because if we wake up, it's over. If we wake up, it's over. The world is going to be great. But we got to wake up. And that is what the music I try spark that type of thing. I'm just like, it's working out. It's working out.
It will work out.
Yeah, like.
There's a bright side.
We've been saying that. We've been saying that for a while.
I know.
But
it will.
We know. We know. And we're working on that. That's why I don't falter in what I do. Because that's my purpose. That is why I'm here. For put that is my job. That's my job. That is my job. So I take that like
it's your calling.
Yeah, my calling.
It's your purpose.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't matter. It don't matter what you do. That I'm not stopping my job. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I have that job. So I don't care.
Brightside is waiting for you. There's a link below. Go. Listen to it. Please listen to it. It more than deserves your ear. Can we talk about Make It Paradise? Very blissed out island vibes.
What do you think about that?
I loved it. I escaped.
Yeah. This is an escape. Yeah. I think that song.
Are you questioning it?
No.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah.
No, because I know why I know how I wrote it and what I meant. But obviously sometimes people get a different meaning than what you meant as the artist. Mm-hmm. People that happen all the time, and that is great. And sometimes I'm reluctant to tell people what the real meaning is.
You don't want it to disrupt my meaning of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
But no, for this one I'm gonna. And it might have been the same thing for you too, actually, because the song I call it Make It Paradise. And then I did Make It, and then I added Make It to Paradise. What I meant by Make It Paradise was that in our mind, because the world try to push you down all the while. And the power of our resistance to the negativity, it starts within our minds.
Real.
Like, when I was growing up, right, we never have a lot of things, right? My father grew up in the countryside. But we weren't suffering, we weren't starving. We were happy. We were happy because we never know anything different or wanted anything different. So I think if we can control our world within our mind, or set our temperament, or set our mood, and have the outside world be less effective in setting how we treat each other because of what's going on in our minds. You know what I say? So that's where that really come from. We say, make it paradise. Like, sometimes we're living in some places, but sometimes we have to use our mind to just make it paradise. Do with what we have and work it out with what we have. So that was where that was coming from. But they would like the Hawaiian vibe and the make it to paradise idea to kind of.
But there is some reality of like you dream it, you imagine it, you believe it in your mind.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah. That's where I was coming from. A more mental place than a physical, like go to paradise, Yeah.
I feel it. What are you thinking?
But I love that song. My wife loved that song. She was like, "Oh yeah, this." When we went to Hawaii, and we used Jake. Jake is my friend from Hawaii too. He plays the ukulele, so he's on it too. But I remember we were sitting in the hotel by the beach, and she was like, "Oh, this song is the best song." So it really takes you somewhere for true,
Can we talk about Why Let the World?
That's another one that take me somewhere personally. I remember exactly when I started writing that song. I was watching the news. That's when I started writing that song. I was tired. I was tired of this shit, just tired of the negativity, the divisiveness, like just what's going on, right? It's just like, it's so much. I was like, yo, Manita, fuck it. Why let the world trouble me? Like, why should I, have that empathy thing?
It's hard.
It's like, why, Why? Because sometimes you got to escape it. Even though you have it, for me, sometimes you need to take the weight off, take that load off. Take that negativity off, take the news off, take the political divisiveness off, take everything off, and just come back to that child, who just play with the other child and love the other child. So that's why, and Why Let the World was a therapy for me. Because every time when I was writing it, or when I was feeling like shit, even if it have nothing to do with the world, even just my life or whatever, every time I play it, I felt better. Every time I play that song, I felt better. And that's what that song is. Why Let the World Trouble Me. Yeah. And it's funny because, well, not funny, but one of the more serious point of view of that is that they are the ones who are turning the screws. They're the ones who are making things bad, and they're telling you, oh, look at things, it's so bad, oh, this guy bad, that guy bad, but they're the ones who are doing it out there. So yeah, I mean, that's what that was.
What about Racism is a Killer? How do you feel when you perform that one or sing that one? Or how
I
did you
just sang it live for the first time like a couple weeks ago. Just the first time people hearing it. It came out good. It was good, can improve, but the live version is nice. I think
what sparked the idea?
Racism is a killer.
Oh, it's true.
It's just that experience with George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the first time I saw, whether it was racism or whatever, but I saw another human being treat somebody so like that, and somebody who's supposed to be like protection, like just, and it kind of, so that whole thing kind of started. It made me feel bad. It made me kind of like, it made me feel terrible. So I think that's what started that song, that idea. Because it's funny, I changed that song because it was kind of personified first. It was like, racism's a killer, he's out there somewhere, blah, 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 blah. But it changed. All of a sudden it started changing into more of, racism is not a person, it's a virus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a virus. It's not like some guy out there is the killer. It's the virus that's the killer. Not not the racist or not the whatever. It's the virus that's doing it. And then the song kind of came. I don't know. I think I wanted to communicate it a different way. So that everyone can be in it, in this thing, and not personify it, but make it this thing, So I think that's what that was. So it kind of evolved into this. And I put out a trailer today for my video.
Oh, I saw it.
You see it, right? So no, we had fun. Because one day I'm going to make movies too. One day I'm going to make movies. But I'm like, my creativity was like, yo, let's do this video and let's make me a doctor and let's do all of this. Let's make it like a movie. Let's make it like a movie. And let's do the trailer like a movie and get the movie voice guy. And let's do it. I'm a movie fan. I love movies. So this is my like trying to like, imitate movies. So no, it was fun. It was fun. And the song again is like, I'm saying racism like killer, but when you watch the video, the video comes out, it's joyful. It's not like racism is a killer. It's like racism is a killer. Racism we're gonna beat you. Racism will defeat you. It's like it's an acknowledgement of a fact, but it's light. It's not darkness.
Real.
It's shedding light.
No, it's acknowledging something terrible,
Yes.
but also reminding everyone that there's a silver lining.
Yeah, there's a bright side.
How are you able to find the joy in something like that? Or not the joy at all, that was a bad word. The bright side in something like that.
No, because I have fun writing it. Like the metaphors and trying to like twist stuff around. Like I love that. I love writing like that. I love like making something mean. When I was in high school, English language was my best subject. And one time the teacher asked us to write something with a metaphor. So where I was living, at the time we had rats and cockroaches, and there's this rat that came out every night, and he would run around the kitchen. Yo, I'm telling you, it was not for me. It was whatever, man. It was whatever. It's not no problem. So I wrote this essay about this cockroach. Or this cockroach, whatever. But it was a metaphor for something else. I don't remember what it was. But from that, it sparked that idea in me. I like using stuff that means something else, and have multiple layers to it. It's not just one thing. But if you like, at least for me, I know there's multiple layers. The listener might not even figure that out whenever, but I know it's So yeah.
Well, Ziggy, if racism is a virus, do you think there's a cure for it?
Yeah, man. Music is a part of the cure. Is the only. Well, all right, I'm gonna give you the lyrics, right? All right. Humanization. Let's all get humanized. Because when we protect each other, no virus can survive. So we all need to be humanized. Now, how do we get humanized, right? We use the music as a part of the tool for humanize people by saying these things, So it's a humanization. We have to have mass humanization of everyone. No mask needed. Just get humanized.
Real. By the way, again, listen to the album. It's on Amazon Music. It's below. Brightside is waiting for you. Go, go, go. What is your relationship with cannabis today?
Cannabis?
Have you heard of it?
Cannabis. Herb, yeah. I have a good relationship with herb. I mean, we tell you our history though, because to understand the relationship, you kind of have to understand the history, right? So, when I was growing up, obviously my father smoked herb. But, I don't know, I didn't see it as a recreational thing. It's later on I kind of see recreational, because when we was growing up, he would smoke herb, but he would also take me and my brother to these ceremonies, these Rasta like ceremonies where them play like the drumming. It's called Naya Bingi drumming. Very spiritual, and they sing spiritual songs. And they would have a big, it's like a bang, but we call it a pipe, a chillum pipe. And they go like thick smoke coming out of and they would pass it around to each other while them chant and sing. And it's like songs to God and song of praises. And so I would go to this, and that's where I saw how cannabis was used. That's beautiful. That's my childhood of, it's not a bad thing. These guys are praising. Kids, all the kids around playing around. There's a big fire in the middle, and we're all playing around, and they're smoking, and they're praising and singing. So that's my history of it. And then, as a teenager, start experiment with it a little bit, I'm not a big smoker though. I never really find it necessary for smoke as a habit. But like sometime relaxation. If me say I want to seek like more my mind see things differently, not the way I see it. If I don't use the herb, but I want the herb for do what it does and see how I think or what I think about something I'm reading or give me another insight or something like that. No, that's for me. That don't work for everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Right? So that's just for me. This is not instructional.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what strain are you smoking?
This is not instructional. And so, yeah, and then one time I had ACL surgery and they gave me that Percocet stuff and that pain. I was like,
No.
I took that couple of times and I felt like shit, bro. And I was like, no, let me smoke some herb. And that became the medicinal. That's the first time I used it as like medicinal. Like, so, does it really work? For me, it did work.
But you've used it for inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We use it for inspiration, relaxation, meditate. Yeah. I would say, yeah.
What are your thoughts on like the fact that society has essentially put the two together, right? Like from this like capitalistic point of view, they've really associated like your dad, the culture with cannabis.
Yeah.
Is that like, I smoke cannabis for a bunch of different purposes. I'm just wondering.
What are you wondering? What?
Like, is it a positive thing? Is it a good thing? Do you like that?
No, well, no, listen. No, my father, they went through a bunch of stuff because of that, right? I went through a bunch of stuff because of that. Searches.
Yes.
I remember.
Now it's a totally different time.
Yo, one time I was going to Canada, going to custom. The man looked through every book, every page. I say, yo, the guy looked through every page of my book, you know, bro. The other time I was on tour, you know. We had 2 buses on tour. My bus, I had an album called Wild and Free, which was about like the herb, you know.
Yeah.
So my bus was like, what do you call it? Was wrapped, like with marijuana leaf and some shit and da. And then the band bus, I'm on a bus, the band have a bus and we're driving together. The police pull over my bus, right? Nobody smoking, no nothing. They always do this though. We smell marijuana. They're coming in. They always do that to it. We smell, nobody smoking, bro. We haven't been smoking for, I don't know, hours or even days. We're burning some incense, man. Oh, we smell marijuana, we're coming in.
Oh, bullshit.
They come in, I'm there. They knock. The police is here. All right, I'm come outside. I'm sit down. I don't say nothing. I don't say a word. Them go on the back, dig up. They bring a FedEx package I had. Like, what's in this? And then I'm like, I'm open. I didn't even know my rights because I shouldn't have opened it. Because I have my rights, right?
You shouldn't have opened it. They couldn't see what's inside.
Right. So, but I'm just like, whatever, bro. I know I never have no herb anyway. So.
Is there weed in there?
Nah.
Oh.
But I knew that. I'm smart, man. Come on. You know, if that had weed, I wouldn't be opening that. But anyway, I shouldn't have opened it anyway. But I did. And it was some gifts from my kids. So the guy was like, there was 2 of them. One police was like, listen, I know you have something in there. But and the other couple was like, come on, let's go. But we always get stuff like that back in those days, you know. So that's different because they associate us with that, and we do too, obviously. But yeah, that used to happen. But no, yeah, everything cool now. I mean,
your thoughts on the fact that it's recreational in so many states?
Yeah, I mean, when it happened, it's good, you know, because the criminal side, at least people won't get locked up for using it. But then the over commercialization of it is what I was like a little wary about, like, because, you know, like any product, them try enhance, you know, everybody want the best product, right? So, you know, like even in the food industry, like them, you know, more sugar, less sugar, that flavoring, what kind of flavor, mint, whatever. So I was worried I'm still worried about just the over manipulation of nature to suit a market or to try and market a product.
By the way, like
instead of a plant, you're marketing a product. And what happens? What do you do to make that product into what, you know what I say? That other thing.
And what they do is crazy. I mean, like now weed could be testing at over 30%. You know, like that's not
natural.
That's
right.
not natural.
No.
Everybody wants
That's
the strongest, the newest,
about, yeah.
the tastiest,
And
the
then,
biggest buds, the nicest crystals, you know? God.
Nice smell.
Yeah.
The sweetest perfume.
Oh, it smells like blueberries. People love that shit. I mean, I love that shit. I love sticking my face in the bud and it smells like blueberries.
It don't smell like that. They put something like
It's
that.
not meant to be that way.
Nah. So that's the only thing I'm like, yeah, but if we, you know, can grow a little bit or whatever, or find somebody that grows, you know, that really find the real natural stuff if you can.
You did mention that your studio is here and you live here now, but how often do you get back home to Jamaica to kind of reconnect with where you came from?
Once in a while. My connection is strong. I don't need to reconnect because it's like my connection is not just to Jamaica anymore.
Mhm.
It's to everywhere and even outside of the universe.
Yeah.
So I have that. I had that, and I know what it is, and I'm strong with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's no when I do get reconnected. And what I love about Jamaica really is, for me, it's the nature, and the good people.
Mhm.
You know, you have some real people in Jamaica. Jamaica people, we don't. No matter how big you are, who you think you are, you're just one of us when you go.
Yeah.
You're just one of us.
That's beautiful. By the way, speaking of just being like accomplishments and just being one of everybody else, where do you keep your Grammys?
Grammys. You know, I never used to keep my Grammys. I never even know where my Grammys were
Really?
until my wife started organizing my things.
By the way, your wife of 20 years, by the way. That's
yeah,
incredible.
20 years. So she had to call them back and say, hey, we lost this Grammy. Let's get a replacement. I know it's on this thing and other thing, but yeah, that's for them there.
If you lose a Grammy, you can get a replacement. It works that way?
Back in those days, I don't know what now.
Wow.
I don't know what now. Yeah,
You
you could
lost
have
your
petition
Grammy, dude.
for. Yeah, I never care about it. I didn't care about. I didn't care about it then. And tell you the truth, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of good people within the Grammys, but so I'm not really. You can't put too much of your feelings into that.
No,
shit.
totally.
You cannot do that.
No, you have
And then if you don't get it, it's like, oh, I didn't get it. Oh my God. No, you can't want that stuff too much. So I don't. Yeah.
you have a larger purpose.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Grammys, 20 years of Love Is My Religion.
Mm.
When you think back to that album or listen back to it, like what stands out to you?
That was a milestone in my life. And like this one is the new one is a milestone. This Love Is My Religion is my next milestone. There was Dragonfly too, but this Love Is My Religion because of that song, that is when I could articulate my belief.
Mhm.
And I couldn't, I never said that before. I never came up with that word. You know, and when it happened, I was looking, somebody must have said this. There must be like a song or something somewhere in history, but there was none. And it's such an easy concept for say or come up with. But I looked at it, I was like, I didn't see any. Like, I'm the only one who could, like,
And you're like, I'll have
put
that.
those words together.
But that's how you know it was meant for you. It was meant to be your vehicle.
Yeah. So, but that's why it's so significant, that album, because that was really, it's like not only, it wasn't just about the music, it's about me becoming of a new consciousness
Mhm.
and being able to articulate that. And I felt really good about that. Like, this is really me. This is what it is, you know?
And what makes Brightside another milestone then?
Brightside is another milestone because I feel like all that knowledge, all that experience, I'm actually consciously aware of a lot of things. As I say, I mix the science with the inspiration. Like, this is another step for me. Even the songwriting, how I put the songs together. And what I've learned and what I keep learning is like, yeah, this is like, for me, if Love Is My Religion was like a spiritual consciousness, I think this is more like my final, one of my exams, like one of my final exams that I feel like I aced this. I feel like I studied a lot and I feel like I'm acing
Yeah.
this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just feel a way that to me. You know what I say?
I get it. Was it hard watching One Love?
No, my mom, it was hard for my mother. I was there, I was a producer, I was alright. I did a lot of stuff.
You watched it come to be.
Yeah, like I was there and said every day. It was a good journey. For me personally, it helped in making this record. I got creative visual ideas. Music as visuals, like seeing music as visually.
Really?
Like doing that movie, yeah, it gave me a lot of like subconscious stuff, you know, that helped. But in terms of working on it, and maybe that this is where many Mourn for Bob might have started coming from too, because the movie we were trying to, or what we our intention is to show Bob emotional side, like what him go through, kind of like many Mourn for Bob thing. that humanity, him sacrifice. Not the superstar Bob Marley, or how he became a superstar, but how he became Christ-like. How he became this person that accepted, oh, my life, I don't want, if my life is for me, I don't want it. How did he come to that conclusion? And I think that's what the movie was about. So it did give me thoughts about his emotional space and stuff like that. But I was involved in it. That was one of the visions that we wanted. But for my mother, she watched it for the first time in Jamaica at the premiere in Kingston at the Carib Theatre. She was crying loud, like the whole theater could hear her.
She's just reliving her own life.
Reliving her own life, bro. Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
No, yeah. Let's see that.
Imagine that, like being like you're sitting in a theater and your own life is being put on a screen.
And what she went through, I mean, and the relationship with she and my father, because the love they had was a special kind of love. It wasn't just a husband and wife type of love. It was like there was a purpose that they had together that they were doing that was bigger than any kind of human emotional thing, you know? So it's the deepest love, like the unconditional love. That's that type of love, you know? It's a deep one.
By the way, that unconditional love allows somebody to go and do crazy things and become a Christ-like musician, superhero, superstar. Yeah. Right? Like, your dad doesn't rise without your mom.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
We wouldn't know him without her.
No. Them started from nothing together and them come up, you know? So that's the whole,
Like, what a beautiful, like, example of love.
Yeah, man.
To just grow and be around.
For real. It's deep. It's deep. It's really deep. It's really deep. Yeah, man.
You had the opportunity to perform with your dad growing up when you were a kid, didn't you?
Yeah.
What do you remember about that?
I remember he wrote our first song that we did as a group. Me and Steven still Sharon. So he wrote that first song.
What song was that?
Children Playing in the Streets. He played on it. He was always playing, whenever he was playing his guitar, making up songs, he would call us, come sing. The first show we'd ever did as a group of kids was a show that he was also on the bill for, which was incredible. Performing with him is not, me and Steve, if you look on some of the videos, One Love concert, Zimbabwe, a few videos, you will see two little boys running on stage during the song Exodus. That's me and Steve, that's me and my brother. So that's what we would do. And we were just kids, having fun. We never think anything about that. Like, it's just felt good. It's a father. We having fun. Yeah, it's not. We went to Zimbabwe with him. So this was a great impact on me as a kid. So Zimbabwe got independence from England, 1981, because they were a colony of England. And so they asked my father to come play. But they couldn't afford to bring the band and set up the thing and do the stage and the equipment. So my father said, forget, I'll pay for it. Get a plane and boom, bam, bam. So he took me and my brother with him, right? On this trip to Zimbabwe, to Africa. I'm going to Africa for the first time. Prince Charles was also going. This is a side story, but I'm going to tell you. Prince Charles was also going. So we stopped in Kenya before Zimbabwe. So in Kenya, we came off the plane and we were in like the lounge, whatever lounge. Prince Charles was in one. So Prince Charles sent someone to my father. The prince would like to see Bob Marley or whatever. Yeah, my father said, yeah, if the prince wants him, tell him come. Tell him come if he wants to see me. Prince never came, and that was that.
Amazing, dude.
Prince never showed up. Anyway, we got Zimbabwean concert, right? Independence Night concert. Like dignitaries or whatever. A bunch of people was outside, like the regular people outside the stadium, and they heard Bob playing, and they broke down the gates and rushed in. Boom, guess what now? Tear gas, police, soldier, boom, boom, tear gas. My eyes burning, my brother eyes burning. My father grabbed us up, put some water and a towel and covered us like this and, got us out of there. And then I think the next day after they did like a concert for the people And that was that. So that was a great experience for me because like the guerrilla, the fighters who were fighting for freedom, like these guys, they brought like the guns and was showing my father the grenades and this is what, and so all of that stuff was exciting, So yeah, that's performing with him was always exciting and fun. Yeah.
What a moment of history
No.
to not just live through, but to be in a really awesome seat to just like, what? The what?
Yeah, man.
Ah.
That's true.
When did you realize your dad was this on the same level as a Prince Charles, essentially? Even
He
bigger.
was always on the same level as Prince Charles.
Beyond.
Can't remember in Jamaica, no matter who you are, you're one of us.
That's true.
But no, listen, my father, besides from when he became a whatever, legend, superstar, whatever you call it, he was always a good man. And people always respect him. And him always a disciplined person. And he grew up in the country, you know what I'm saying? He grew up in a Jamaican country having to plant food and go pick up. So his mindset and his work ethic and his energy was different than the guys in the city where he eventually went to live in Kingston. So he's coming from that world, and one time him say like somebody interview him and him say, how's life in the city different? And him say, well, in the country he's used to like people waking up and saying good morning, hey, good morning, master. But in the city it's a different type of thing, So he's coming from there, so. He always, listen, as a Jamaican person, we carry ourselves like nobody's higher than us, bro. Nobody no better than us. We're all the same. So, he always carried himself that way and was respected. And we always see him as someone that people looked up to and we looked up to as children. When the superstardom thing happened, we always knew he was something. Because we always hear them talking around and like, they were revolutionaries. They were always... them talk like they're doing something.
Something so much bigger.
They're doing something serious and it's dangerous too. And there's a lot of mixture of like gangsters and good guys and all type of people. You see all type of people, like there's some mean people, and they're all like coming together because the peace concert that they had in Jamaica because of the political war. That was put together by two of his good friends. And both of those guys were on opposite sides. But they were killers. Like literal, like shoot you, like bad, we call them bad man. They were like gangsters, like, the ghetto. You know when I say them political war, then we kill you over politics, and send people, bad man, Eventually they were coming over to my father's side of like, no man, make we all... That's where the one love thing come from. We could all just live together. Long story short, after that One Love concert, the political players were losing power to that energy of, this guy, my henchman and this henchman from opposite sides are now coming together with this guy Bob Marley, and like we're losing our thing or what. And so eventually all of those guys got assassinated. All of them guys there that did that peace committee, they got wiped out. So yeah, life that.
Thank you
we
for
grew up in a crazy time, bro.
yeah, and the history that you've lived through, but also the history that you've been able to share with everybody and all the experiences that make up who you are as a person that lives through all the art that you still create today.
True.
It's really special, and I thank you for taking the time today and hanging out.
Good to
means
be
the world.
It was great.
Please listen to Love Is My Religion. Listen to Brightside. It is waiting for you on Amazon Music. There's a link below. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yes, respect.
Ziggy Marley, everybody.